Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Pellet Mill Magazine's 2020 Editorial Preview. Thanks for joining us. I'm editor Anna Simmet, and I'm here today with John Nelson, Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Today we're here to talk about what's in store for next year and the opportunities that we're offering. Topics we'll cover today include Pellet Mill News Online, our digital press package. We'll give you some numbers and details on our audience breakdown, some print facts and information on our presence and reach, and then I'll cover our editorial calendar, and we'll give you some information on an exclusive discount. So to begin, John's going to give you some information about who reads Pellet Mill Magazine and the opportunities it offers. Handing it off to you, John.
Thank you, Anna, and thanks everyone for being on our webinar today. Before we get into the print magazine, I just want to share some of the website traffic numbers and digital offerings that we currently have with Pellet Mill Magazine, which is shared with Biomass Magazine. So when I'm referring to the numbers and website, they're identical to Biomass Magazine, and I'll be using the Biomass name at times. So Anna and her team are diligently working each week to bring our audience timely and relevant content that keeps readers coming back for important news and features and updated information about the pellet and biomass industry. Through ongoing stories being posted to the website, top news videos, new and original content, pellet mill production facility maps, webinars, press releases, listings in the biomass industry directory, and search engine optimization strategies, our magazine website is generating traffic with a very engaged audience, as you can see on the numbers here in front of you. Each month, we receive more than 72,000 page views on biomassmagazine.com, which equates to a lot of people viewing our content in your online advertisement. We have the website traffic listed by country here to demonstrate that our digital platform is truly an international audience. Yes, it's dominated by the U.S. market. However, if you're looking to also reach international pellet and densified biomass, the pellet and densified biomass markets, our digital and online offerings are great options when building your advertising and marketing plan. We have two e-newsletters that go out that are sent from Biomass Magazine and Pellet Mill Magazine. The first is Biomass Weekly, which goes to more than 34,000 and is listed on the slide, and Pellet Mill Press, which goes out to more than 26,000 industry stakeholders and producers of pellets and densified biomass twice a month. Regarding Pellet Mill Press, this audience has opted into receiving pellet-specific information, and we've built this targeted email list during the past decade since we first started Pellet Mill Magazine in 2011. So if you're looking to get your advertisement out quickly and track the results, this is a great option. Our social media followers are posted here as well, and we've grown to more than 14,000 followers on Twitter and nearly 5,000 followers on Facebook. This is important because as people become more and more connected to their phones, computers, and tablets, we are leveraging this behavior to drive traffic to our websites. We post every story created by Anna and her team to our social media sites. In turn, people click and share those stories. When they are clicked, they go back to biomassmagazine.com to read the story and see the advertisements that you have placed online. We even have an option for advertisers to be our social media sponsor for each month. New this year to Pellet Mill Magazine is our digital press package offering. We've combined our paid press release service, our top news video sponsorships, and our online advertising platform into a lower priced package that can help create a digital campaign that hits some of our most engaging platforms. You're able to take advantage of our news emailing list, which goes to 59,000 people, and get our product and promote your product or your service to that list in a press release format. You can also be the sponsor of our weekly top news video, which generates customer engagement. The top news video is published and sent in both our e-newsletter that goes out to nearly 34,000 people and is posted at the top of our website with a link directed back to your website. In addition to the top news video sponsor and press release email, you are able to post an advertisement to our website where it will generate impressions and clicks. This package is for marketers who are looking to monitor and track their advertisements' performance and quickly get their message out to our audience. You can learn more about the digital press package and the special pricing by contacting one of our account managers. They can also give you information on how they'll help track the performance of each ad. They can be reached at service@bbiinternational.com. Now let's get to the star of our show, our print publication, which I mentioned has been going strong since 2011. 6 times a year, each issue of Pellet Mill Magazine is mailed to 5,000 people. This circulation reaches 11,500 based on third-party research that shows how many people read each magazine mailed, which is 2.3 per issue. This circulation of 5,000 also includes 1,125 producers. When broken down by industry, the largest category of our subscribers is producers of pellets and densified biomass, biogas, biomass power and heat, and advanced biofuels. Each issue is also mailed to each pellet mill production facility within the U.S. and Canada. And Anna will be covering the full bonus distribution of each issue shortly. So sometimes I get the question of print advertising and its effectiveness in today's market. Without a doubt, print advertising in industry-specific publications is a valuable and effective tool for marketers and companies looking to reach a niche audience. On the slide before you here, we've displayed some stats that help demonstrate why print is necessary in a fully integrated marketing plan. Based on MRI Simmons Starch Advertising Research in 2018, 62% of magazine readers act after seeing a print magazine ad, and 52% recall a product or service because ads in magazines are more engaging and valued when compared to other media platforms. Print ads tend to create more of a positive experience for the audience as well. And similar to digital advertising, larger ads and premium positions create stronger awareness. We've also tested this theory with our audience through a third-party research firm, and it holds true with Pellet Mill Magazine. For more details on this research, please see our media kit online or contact one of our account managers. So here we've got a listing of some of our ancillary products and all of our other platforms in addition to our print publication advertising. New this year is the product spotlight, where we'll write 400 to 500 words and put them in a story about your company, in addition to giving you an advertisement, and publish it in Pellet Mill Magazine's Spotlight section within the print magazine. We also have a popular North American pellet producer map. The pellet producer map identifies dedicated pellet producers in the U.S. and Canada, and all facilities are color-coded for quick reference and contain information on location, capacity, and feedstock. This map is mailed to 8,000 industry stakeholders and producers of pellets. In addition, we also mail a rolled copy to each production facility listed on the map. We find that most of these production facilities hang them in their boardrooms and waiting rooms, so it's a great option for year-round advertising. And I know Anna's not going to talk about this, but I know she puts a lot of time into this with her team, making sure that information is updated every year and it goes out with the most accurate information possible. The Biomass Industry Directory is one of our most used and anticipated ancillary products of biomass and Pellet Mill Magazine. It has been a staple within the industry for years and sits on people's desks year-round. We offer one free listing per company, so I would highly recommend going online or contacting us to take advantage of the free listings. Because of its long shelf life, I also encourage you to take a look at the advertising options within the directory, and it closes December 4th, so it's still open. definitely would say take a look at that and get your listings in there, at least get your free listings. And so webinars are listed here, and webinars are one of our most popular products we offer. Much like today's webinar, we'll help design, produce, and market a custom webinar focused on your company's product or service and promote it to the pellet and biomass industry. These webinars have been most effective when companies use case studies on how their product or service has been effective and help producers be more efficient and profitable. In addition to advertising the webinar and promoting your company as the webinar sponsor online, you'll be in our e-newsletter, you'll be promoted in our weekly videos, and you will also gain access to all of the registrants of the event. It's an effective and engaging way to generate leads. So, as you can see, Pellet Mill Magazine has many products and platforms that can help you reach and engage the pellet and densified biomass industry. Please contact us at service@bbiinternational.com to learn more. Our account managers will be more than happy to speak with you. Anna, back to you.
All right. Thanks, John. Great overview. So now I'll tell you a little bit more about Pellet Mill Magazine and go over our 2020 editorial calendar. Each month, Pellet Mill Magazine has themes, and why we have these themes, it really helps shape our content, which covers everything related to fuel pellets. There are two different markets in the wood pellet industry, one of which is domestic production for local heating markets. The other is industrial production for commercial scale heat and power. We cover both of these in Pellet Mill Magazine, and we're the only magazine out there dedicated to covering this industry alone. Before I begin, just a few quick facts about the global pellet market. Hawkins Wright predicts global pellet demand for industrial wood pellets to top out around 16 million tons in 2019, and much more capacity is needed to satisfy growing demand. In fact, in Japan alone, there's 6.4 million metric tons in the pipeline that has been financed. According to Pellet Mill Magazine's most recent North American pellet map, which John discussed, the U.S. currently has about 14.6 million metric tons of capacity operating and under construction. This does include both domestic heating pellets and industrial wood pellets for export. Canada has roughly 4.4 million metric tons operating or under construction, together totaling about 19.6 million metric tons of pellet capacity for North America. So moving along, on each slide, you will see each month's respective bonus distributions. You can note those. That means on top of the regular subscribers, the magazines are sent to these events or attendees of these events. January, February, the theme is packaging, distribution, shipping, imports. We did recently cover this theme in 2019, but we will expand and cover the areas we weren't able to, and we will include some global angles. For example, how the challenge of Japan's small-sized ports will be solved in the midst of its expected rocketing demand for wood pellet imports. In this issue, we want to let developers and port authorities know about the equipment innovation in, say, dust containment, ship loading and unloading, and so on. We might do a story on how more storage facilities are needed at European ports to help alleviate the drying up of the market in times of high demand. Another example might focus on the domestic industry, such as a story on how pellet producers can save money on packaging costs without sacrificing quality. Moving along to March, April is fiber sourcing, receiving, and product storage. For the last issue with this theme, we did a story on how trucking regulations impact the supply chain, fiber haulers in particular. Another story I wrote myself was on the do's and don'ts in fuel yard design, covering factors that come into play and points for consideration when designing the ideal wood yard and material handling system. This topic has a tendency to be pretty equipment focused, but we also might include other topics including sustainability and fiber supply contracts or trends in fiber availability and pricing. Moving on to May, June, the theme is dust management, fire and explosion protection. This is always a very popular topic and for good reason. Also very timely, as in 2020, all facilities handling combustible dust will be required to conduct a DHA to meet National Fire Protection Association standards. Examples of a couple stories we've done, we did one digging into a DHA, what it entails, and why every facility should have one done, regardless of regulation. We've done articles on how to prevent silo fires and how to handle them in the unfortunate event one happens. We also ran a story on preventing dryer fires recently. This theme is definitely a topic leading to stories that feature many expert opinions and advice from seasoned vendors and engineers, as this obviously is an imperative topic to the industry. Moving on, July-August is emissions control and regulatory compliance. A few examples of stories we have run in the past include a feature focused on companies that are experts in helping pellet facilities bring their emission levels in line with permits, or design them to ensure that from the beginning they're able to stay within their legal limits. We are seeing a lot of this as the industry matures, that facilities are realizing they're over their emission levels and they're having to go back and fix the issues. For the regulatory aspect, we might cover, say, Japan's new sustainability criteria and how it will impact wood pellet imports from certain countries. For September and October, the theme is fiber sizing, drying, grinding, and handling. This issue will be very equipment focused, letting producers know about the latest designs and capabilities of fiber harvesting and sizing equipment. In the past, we ran a feature with vendors discussing the latest models and advancements in their chippers and grinders, improvements and upgrades that they want pellet producers to know about. We might also look into ways to reduce drying costs and emissions, or how to select the right conveyor design for a pellet facility. Finally, November, December is equipment innovation, maintenance, and repair. In the past, we've included stories on improving boiler reliability and increasing uptime. Those are broader topics, but we also will focus on really specific topics, such as in a story written by senior editor Ron Cutterba recently, which focused on the quality of greases. This is the issue we'll want to let our readers, pellet manufacturers, and decision makers know about what's available to them to make their processes as smooth, safe, efficient, and profitable as possible. So that about sums up my brief review of our editorial calendar and brings us to the end of today's webinar. If you think we're missing something, we would love to hear about it. Get in touch with me through email or phone. A special thanks to today's sponsor, the International Biomass Conference and Expo, being held in Nashville, Tennessee, February 3rd through the 5th. Be sure to check out our upcoming events and take advantage of a 20% discount on a full-page advertisement exclusive to this webinar's attendees. And that'll wrap things up. I want to thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working with you in 2020. Have a great day.